Yo, what is up guys, it is the man in the can, it is Super Pigman here today, and I'll be doing another video on the Kenshi universe. Today we will be talking about some lore and some theories on the Southern Hive. Now this video was supposed to come out a while ago, and well, it's been kind of tough for me because there isn't a lot of concrete evidence on the lore for them, but there is some, but not like an abundance of lore like the Western Hive. Like a lot of what I'm going to talk about today is going to be speculation, so instead of being like a lore type of video, it's more of a lore and theory type of video. Anyways, let's get into this video, okay? So we do know some things about the Southern Hive. The first is that they have to had come here the same way the Western Hive have gotten here. And there's also a plausible theory that the Bugmaster created them, but I explained that in my previous Hive lore video on how he would have any creation over them. They also have a biomechanical queen, just like the West do, but they also have a king who is a crimper, which is kind of weird. Now, this is weird on how they got a crimper to not attack them, and how the crimper is also the king and is also worshipped. So let me explain this theory, because honestly it hasn't been explained at all. Like, people have tried talking about like the king crimper. That's what the race of the king is called. I call it king crimper because, you know, just like that's natural to me, you know. Anyways, let me talk about him. So my theory is that when the Southern Hive were settling, they probably got into contact with the man, the myth, the legend, Catlon. He probably sold the crimper to them for some unknown price and stuff, and maybe ensured that they would be hostile to all non-skeletons, even though they will attack skeletons too. Now, this would be a prevalent theory, in the fact that it would show us how they acquired this guy who can destroy you. But let's talk about why the Southern Hive are also hostile. I have two main ideas, on the main thing being that they've just been attacked by everything. They would rather be secluded and alone and not want to be bothered, because remember that their society was formed when the Second Empire collapsed. And if you look like at where they are on the like terrain part of the map, there was a lot of chaos in that area, and that, you know, that's not in that specific area, but just in that, like, you know, in neighboring zones, and like it probably transgressed into their zones too, that there was a lot of chaos. This taught them to be fighters and not to trust people from the outside. But then there's also the other idea that you know, Bugmaster made them and made the species, and he failed. Like most likely, like the Western Hive, he failed controlling them. Now I say failed for like one main reason is because the Western Hive had been more successful in building a society than the Southern Hive. This is going to be with the theory that the Bugmaster created them, that I have already said, that I explained in my previous Hive video. He maybe made the Southern Hive and messed up on the queen, and she decided, hey, I hate everyone who is in us, and let's kill them. They're also kind of like the Fogmen, but not in totality. Like, I mean, the king, like whoever the king kills, he will eat. It doesn't matter, you know, who you are, he will eat you. I don't think he can eat skeletons though. I'm not sure on that one, but the crimper will always eat you no matter what. Now, let's talk about the queen being biomechanical. So we know that the Fogmen are creations that are like pretty much fog princes go insane because they have lost all political power and they don't really have a home now in the Hive, and so they go and lose their mind and become a Fogman. Now the weird thing about this is that when you kill the queen, then all the Fogmen take over the area, right? But the king just disappears. Even if you don't kill the king just disappears. Like, the king just wanders off and does his own thing. So I really don't know how much importance the king plays in the lore part because of that, but it does show us that the Fogmen can travel long distances to take over, because I'm pretty sure you can't have a successful fog area without a fog prince, and a lot of the fog princes are in the fog islands. So, you know, fog princes probably are going to come down here. But, you know, we can also know that this colony of Hive were also fighters by their pretty much troops and everything like that. So we could assume that they probably had fought a lot of enemies and they decided that they would be hostile with the world, pretty much. And the Hive can also expand and do things like that. In I think it's towards the anti-slavers and stuff like that area. If you take out, or no, if you take out Sabian, the skeleton person, or the human guy that, you know, has all the skin bandits and stuff like that. If you take him out, then you pretty much are good on expanding the Hive. But anyways, that's a little bit on the lore and theories of the Hive Men, or the Hive Men, the Southern Hive Men. Hopefully you guys leave a like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and peace.